Now let's take a look at the patient chart. One thing that you will notice, this is the screen that you normally see in clinic. So you'll see that there are procedure buttons here, and you'll see also at the top that there is no imaging buttons here. So when we go to the Dentrix G7 software that you are using for this course, it is an upgraded software, so there is a couple new buttons that we didn't have previously. So up at the top here, we have the DDX button, Guru, and we have the Marketplace. All those are new. We won't really be using them in this course. It's just something that looks slightly different. The other ones that we will be using a bit more, or you would be in an office, would be the imaging buttons here. So one thing, instead of going into DEXIS completely separately, you can actually see the images within Dentrix here by doing this. So if I would click the acquire this image, it would then flip into DEXIS automatically so that you could get your radiographs. The great thing is if you look down at the bottom of your screen, you'll see there's a progress notes tab, a clinic notes tab, and then there's also now a new smart image tab. So when you click on that, you can actually see all of the client photos. So I don't know if you recognize DEXIS. It is literally a drag and drop software. So when you want to import extraoral photos or even intraoral photos that you've taken, say for case studies, and you want them to be in your client file, you literally will drag and drop. The great thing about G7 is you click on the little tab at the bottom here and you could see them. So you could program them as intraoral x-rays, extraoral x-rays, intraoral photographs, extraoral photographs. If there's 3D imaging of any sort that's being made for crowns, for digital impressions, they can also be placed here. One thing that you will notice that is a bit different is you don't have the procedure buttons set up as of yet. You can do those custom, and we will go through that in another video. So in order to add your bite wings that you have received from another dental office that you used to go to, they've now forwarded them to this current office that you are going to be attending. What I would like you to do is please click on the document center. In this document center, we can go in here and we can actually add in multiple types of documents. They could be photos, they could be forms. Some clinics that are paperless will still have them sign hard copy consent forms or other forms because they don't have the digital signature pads that we have in clinic. If there is anything that is being signed hard copy, they can be scanned and they would be uploaded into here. So this is where you are probably finding your med consultation forms, referral forms could be scanned into here. Any prescriptions, hard copies should be scanned into here and things like that. So you could scan and just click on from device, so they could use a web camera to take a picture, an actual scanner. Import from file is what we'll be doing today. So you can paste from your clipboard if you've copied, the photo, it can be in there. You can screen capture and lots of different things. Patient picture we've already uploaded, so you can actually click on that and it will pop the patient picture in here as well. And then there's lots of other ways you can get things. So what we're going to do is we are going to please click on import from file. And what you'll be doing is you're going to be looking for the bite wings that you should download from DC Connect. If you did not download bite wings from DC Connect and you can't find them anywhere, then what I'm going to ask you is to actually go and look for those and then come back. Gone ahead and I've downloaded the bite wings file from the week 2 content in DC Connect. So you can see that I have the link here, bite wings number 1 JPEG. I'm going to click on this. You can double click it and open it, or just click open and a window will pop up. So what you want to do here is you would like to describe it. They are bite wings And the other thing you're going to want to change is you're going to want to change the document type. It's not a correspondence. You are going to want to change this to X-rays. So whatever it is that you're scanning in, or you are, uploading from a file, if you've gotten it digitally from another office, please make sure you change this, because it will put it in folders on the left-hand side, and we will see that very shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and click X-rays, and then I'm going to click OK. When I do this, now what you're going to see on the top left here, there is a folder that is labeled X-rays. You will see that the date I have uploaded this picture is here, so May 16th, 2020, and it is labeled Bite Wings. If you want to edit this, you can just right-click it and you can edit it. You can delete it, you can print it. There's lots of things you can do. One thing that you're going to want to do, if you know the actual date of the radiographs, you probably don't want to leave in here that it's today's date unless they were taken today. Please click on the reference date and actually find the date that these radiographs were taken. Just that way you can actually see when they were taken, and it's a good reference. So in here, I can now scroll over, I can take a look, I can see these bite wings, and they are now in my file. We are putting these images in the document center. They aren't going to show up in the smart imaging section of the chart at this point, simply because we've imported them into the client chart. If you wanted them to come into these smart images in clinic, you would have to put them into Dexis. That's above and beyond this course. If I can get a copy of Dexis, I will do the demonstration of that. It's very, very simple. Like I mentioned, it's a click and a drag, and then it would pop into the chart. So always make sure that you're taking a look at where the files are stored in your computer software at your practice, so that you know where to find them. The other thing that we can upload, like I mentioned, is we can look at consent forms or other things. So once again, I'm going to click this button here. I am going to select this time the consent for perio, which is also uploaded in your week 2 DC Connect. I'm going to click open. And once again, I'm going to need to change the correspondence type. So it has nothing to do with, insurance. It's not a letter. It's not health history. It could be patient information if we wanted to. It could be privacy forms, but most of the time consents will go under information. Up to you, whatever your office decides, that's okay. I'm going to put it under patient information, and I'm in the description going to put periodontal treatment consent form. If you want to add additional notes, please feel free, go right ahead. We will click OK. And now what you will see is there's another folder that has been labeled patient information. When I click on that document and highlight it blue, you can see on the right-hand side that there is an informed consent, periodontal treatment form. The patient has signed it. There's a date, and everything else can be signed. So that's how you acquire images. Feel free, play around with it in Dentrix, and have fun.